Had a lot of guys tell me that that fuse that I found that was dirty on this truck was not the cause of the hard start when this truck is cold. As you can see, this truck is definitely cold. The windows are frosted over. You can definitely tell by the electric motor the batteries are low. The temperature's cold. Hasn't been started. Look, they're just under 12 volts. That's how cold it is. It was like single digits last night. Proof's in the pudding, man. It was just a bad connection. I mean, I don't understand. If that didn't fix the problem, I most certainly would have dug into it deeper to find out what it was. I mean, it just would have been another repair video. So I'm not exactly sure why people don't believe that's all it was, but you know, I got no reason to lie to you. It's fixed. It runs and operates like it should. I got no troubles with it, so I don't know. Have a good day. Some of you remember this F550 I bought a while ago. Bought it for parts. I'm taking it to a guy who's going to put a motor in it. This motor has lost compression, 2 cylinders. So I got on the rollback. I got 2 chains on here. Got binders on both chains. I got my winch still on it. I got a couple extra wheels up here. They got some tires they're gonna put on. Then I got 2 more attachment points back here. 2 chains, 2 binders. It's 1 chain, but it's gonna identify as 2 chains because it's completely separated, the load is. So now we're gonna head on down the road, get this up to them, and they think they're gonna have a motor in it within just a few days, so let's get moving. I need to stop for some fuel, so it's always a good time to check the chains and binders again, make sure everything's still tight. I like to do this every time I stop. Still tight. Another opportunity to make sure it's tight. Tighten that one up a little bit. Or not. Okay, we'll get some fuel and get on our way. So, I have several rollbacks, and I like to keep a little single axle automatic around, just because it's convenient. And I'm calling it little. It's 26 foot, which is like a little bit longer than most Internationals with a rollback on it, single axles. Most of the time, like 21 foot or something like that. But I'd like to do a bunch of work to this truck, but I don't want to be without this truck because I use it quite often. And if I take it apart, I don't see any no turn on red. If I take it apart, I won't have the truck. And I don't want to be without the truck. So my thought is to either buy or build another truck so that it allows me to take this one apart, because ultimately what I would like to do is take this bed off and put it on another chassis, a heavier one. This chassis is 25,950, I think. So it's a nice automatic under CDL, hydraulic brakes, attractive truck for a lot of companies that have drivers. But for me, I would prefer to have this bed on a heavier chassis, 1 with air brakes, and 2 with a heavier GVW, because right now I can put 11,000 pounds on this truck legally and be under 26,000. The bed's rated for far more than that. I think the bed was rated at 15,000. So there's 4,000 pounds light of lost capacity. And I would like to have a little bit nicer conditioned truck, like the cab and the frame. The cab's got some rust. The tanks I don't care so much about, because we can take them tanks off and sandblast and paint them or replace them with aluminums or whatever. But there's just a bunch of little things here and there, and it'll all add up to a sizable project. I want to take the bed off and take off all the wood, sandblast, repaint it, build a different bulkhead for it, put an actual light up on top, those kind of things. But I don't want to do that until I have yet another rollback that we can use on occasion as we see fit and as we need. And I need a rollback that I can trust to take it a little bit of a distance. Today we're going, I don't know, probably an hour and 15 minutes or so, which I'm totally okay with. But this rollback, if you look at the RPMs, we're at just over 2,000 RPMs at 55. When I'm at 65, I'm pushing, you know, just under 2,500. I'd rather not be that high at 65. I'd rather be a little bit lower. I'd like to be at like the 2,200 at 70. You know, that would be ideal, but it is what it is. Anyways, just some thoughts I had while I was sitting there fueling up the truck. It is a good truck. It runs and drives very well. Very happy with that part of it. It needs continual improvements, and that's exactly what this little truck will be the whole entire time I own it. It will be constant upgrades and repairs. Nothing super expensive really so far, but you know, just that nickel and dime stuff that people let go, and it ends up taking a lot of time and a lot of money. Okay, we are all unloaded, and now we can make the trek back home and get back to work in the shop. So hopefully it's a nice easy ride back. I've been following this semi for quite a while. He goes from left lane to right lane to left lane to right lane. Never making any turns, just keeps going back and forth. Some of these people, man. Unreal. Speed limit 60. So now that it's, well, we're back, but now that it's winter time, there's a few things about the truck that issues I need to take care of that have become more and more of an issue. Like, you know, this vent glass here, the top hinge doesn't seal up here, and it just whistles in horribly. So I need to take care of that. And my fuel tanks, the powder coating is just flaking off horribly. I don't think I have any leaks on this side, but the other side is quite a bit worse with the powder coating. But it looks like we may have a leak ready to happen. Looks like it's seeping, probably just getting damp right here, but it's probably right behind that strap. So we need to get that taken care of, because even though I want to build another rollback, I don't want to discount this one because it does run and drive so well. I would like it taken care of. This I believe this one's, yeah, that one's loose too. And the quarter fender's cracked. We need to get that taken care of. And the mirrors. We have, this has been like this since I got it. It's had these cobbled up mirrors. I've got another set of mirrors I can put on off another truck. So, you know, just things like that. This marker light's broke. I don't know if the screw's just out of it or if it's just pulled through and the screw fell out. You know, just a bunch of little things that need taken care of, but you got to keep up with it. That's for sure. It can get away from you, and that list is starting to get the things I'd like to do pretty soon is getting pretty long. So look forward to it. We'll get it in the shop and do some work. Oh, I need to add a couple toolboxes because I got all my straps and everything underneath the seat and whatever. I need to add a couple toolboxes in this area. I'm just going to put on some whatever I can find, the biggest, longest toolboxes we can find. I need to get a pressure gauge for the hydraulic tank for the return, and I need to change the filter too. There's a bunch of little things, but anyways, catch you on the next one.